Hello, and welcome to Invasive Investigations, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating world of invasive species and the efforts to control them. I'm your host, Alana Smith, and today we will discuss a particularly troublesome invader, the spotted lanternfly. Welcome to the show. Let's start by getting a basic overview of spotted lanternflies and why they have become such an issue in recent times. They are pretty deceptive. The spotted lanternfly, or Lycorma delicatula, is an invasive insect native to Asia. It first appeared in the United States in 2014 and has since spread rapidly across several states, causing significant damage to crops and vegetation due to excessive mold growth. These little bigs are only 1 inch long with black spotted, tan-colored wings. The underside of their belly is black with yellow stripes, but this is uncommon to see. When their wings are spread fully, you can see black and white stripes, as well as bright red spotted underwings. The insect feeds on the sap of over 70 plant species, including important agricultural crops like grapes, apples, and hardwood trees. The lanternflies excrete a sugary substance called honeydew that promotes the growth of mold, further harming plants, and often leading to death. The honeydew is a sweet liquid that accumulates where there are aggregations of lanternfly adults, which is excreted after the flies have sucked on the tree sap. Over time, this honeydew will turn sooty and host many species of harmful molds. They were originally native to China. It is thought they arrived as egg masses on a stone shipment in 2012. That first infestation was found in Berks County, Pennsylvania, in 2014 in a wooded area of Ailanthus altissima, or tree of heaven. They have been on an endless hunt for new food sources all over the United States since then. It is always a smart idea to take preventative measures when you notice any live adult lanternflies near the area, or even resting on those plants. Another great sign to look out for is the wilting of the leaves. The plant will struggle to keep its leaves healthy because the lanternfly is feeding on its sap, meaning there is not enough nutrient flow throughout the plant. The trunk of the plant may also be consistently leaking sap, or have various oozing wounds. This oozing is caused by the honeydew of the lanternflies. You may also notice brown and lump egg masses about 1 inch long by 3/4 inch wide. When freshly laid, the eggs will have a white waxy substance overtop them, which will dry down clear to show off the dark gray and brown egg splotches. The spotted lanternfly uses its piercing sucking mouth to feed on sap from over 70 different plant species. It has been noticed there is a preference for economically important plants, including grapevines, maple trees, black walnut, birch, willow, and other trees. There is also an interesting link to the tree of heaven, a heavy sap-producing and strong-smelling tree, which is invasive to Ohio. Their strong smell and abundance of sap make them an excellent host for the lanternfly and can provide the resources for them to expand their population tenfold. The tree of heaven itself has an aggressive survival strategy, leaching toxic chemicals into the surrounding soil from its root system. This chemical is present in its sap, and it seems as though insects like the lanternfly are not affected by it. It has been reported that spotted lanternflies feed on almost anything as they move from one area to another in search of a preferred food source. And because of their extremely diverse diet, they will consume just about anything on the way to their destination. It's possible that if your plants are around longer, lanternflies in warmer areas could persist longer and maybe lay an additional clutch on the same plant. The lanternflies prefer warm weather, so as they make it further into southern states, their population is expected to rapidly expand. Lanternflies are not known to bite or sting in any capacity and present no physical threat to humans. The spotted lanternfly has adopted a multiple mating strategy, also known as multi-paternity reproduction. When spotted lanternflies mate, the male delivers their sperm in a biodegradable sac, using their sex parts to transfer the sac into the female, leaving sections of the male parts behind. Scientists have dissected mated females and found multiple male reproductive organs inside the female, indicating they had mated more than once in their lifetime. This was not the previously understood life cycle, as they are still considered a once-a-generation insect. Not all lanternflies recreate this behavior, but in those who do it is common for the individual eggs within a mass to be fathered by different male flies. It is thought this behavior maintains a robust gene pool, allowing more genetic diversity within each brood. The first instar nymphs are approximately an A4, long and black with white spots. They are occasionally mistaken for ticks. The second and third instar nymphs are also black with white spots. Fourth instar nymphs take on a red coloration with white spots and can be up to 3-4. In the current infestations, spotted lanternflies have shown to have one generation per year consisting of 4 nymphal stages, an adult stage, and overwintering as egg masses. Being true bugs, spotted lanternflies molt to progress between stages. Egg hatches over an extended period of time, with the first instar nymphs appearing in May and June. Mating takes place in late August, and egg-laying takes place in September through November, or until the first killing freeze. The spotted lanternfly is a potential vector for certain plant diseases. As they feed on various plants, they can pick up and transmit pathogens, contributing to the spread of diseases among crops and other vegetation. Spotted lanternflies can infest and damage trees in forests and agricultural plots. This can affect the overall health and biodiversity of forested areas, potentially leading to long-term ecological consequences. Also, invasive species like the spotted lanternfly can disrupt the natural balance of ecosystems by outcompeting or preying on native species. This can lead to a decline in native insect populations, impacting other organisms that depend on them for food or ecological services.
Encourage the early detection of spotted lanternflies by promoting monitoring and reporting of sightings. Provide resources and training to individuals to help them identify the various life stages of the insect, including eggs, nymphs, and adults. Implement quarantine measures and inspections to restrict the movement of potentially infested materials, such as plants, outdoor furniture, and other items. Insecticides can be used to manage spotted lanternfly populations. These may be applied to host plants, especially during the nymph stage. Explore and implement biological control methods such as the introduction of natural predators, parasitoid wasps, or entomopathogenic fungi. Utilize traps to capture adult spotted lanternflies. These traps can be baited with substances that attract the insects. Regularly check and empty traps to prevent the buildup of dead insects and improve their effectiveness. Removing egg masses from trees and surfaces before they hatch is a foolproof method as well.